Thank you, firstly, everyone, for coming tonight. This is the last of the support clinics that we at People Power Places Group are supporting. This is for everyone that would like to apply as a youth-led project. Welcome all, pleased to have you here. I'm just going to give you a quick breakdown of what is going to happen on this session. Just going to give a quick sort of welcome, housekeeping. We've got some BSL interpreters on the call tonight. We will have some members of our community neighborhoods team available tonight, and just give a brief introduction about how the structure is going to go. Then we'll go through the actual program. We're going to have the members of our youth advisory board that's going to also contribute to this presentation tonight. They're going to talk about all the good things about this practice, about this program as well. We will go through that, then talk about all the practical details about the application, how to apply, the funding process, how that all looks and works. And then we will also provide a preview of the online application form. That's the one that we have done for the first time, which is now on Plinth. It should be available as a link on the website, but we'll be able to go through that. And then we'll spend the second half going through as many questions that people may have about the process, about the application, about the program, speak with our youth advisory board members. We'll bring everybody in. So yeah, I think that's the introductory bit. Shall I continue on, Anna?
Yeah, go for it.
Bro, before we make a start, if everyone here who is a part of the community neighborhood teams, if you can very quickly just maybe unmute yourself, just say a quick hello, say who you are and which team. I think I might be able to stop sharing as well, so people can see.
Hi, my name is Glenette Bolstaff, and I'm the Community Neighbourhood Senior Officer for Forest Gate and Maryland. So if you do a project and it's in Forest Gate or Maryland, you can come and chat with me if necessary.
Great, thank you. Do we have any others of the team?
I can see.
No, you can see, not to worry. We have I'll show you here actually. Let me reshare my slides. Oh, Ronak, you want to jump in here?
I know I don't work for the neighbourhood team, but I just thought I'd say hello. My name is Ronak, and I work in the Royal Docks area. So if you are doing a project in the Royal Docks area, so that includes Beckton, Custom House, Canning Town South. If you're doing it in that area, I'd love to hear about your idea. I work closely with the neighbourhoods team in that area, which includes Samantha Ulysses and Lisa Taylor, who I'm sure the team will connect you with if you are in those areas. But yeah, my team is working on the regeneration, so all the changes that are happening in the area. We're doing lots of great activity there, so we'd love to kind of support and connect.
Great, thank you, Ronak. So yeah, for the rest of the slides, I've got them right here. This is the community.
Sorry, Samuel. Do you mind? Because we've got the youth advisory board here. It'd be great if they could introduce themselves. We've got lots.
Sure, of course.
Zainab, should I come to you first?
Yep. Hello, everyone. I'm Zainab, and I'm part of the youth advisory board of Newham.
Great, thank you. Sarah?
Hi, I'm part of the Youth Advisory Board.
Great. Samara?
Hi, everyone. I'm also part of the Youth Advisory Board.
Sorry, I'm rummaging for my phone because I know it went off and I'm wondering if it's a Youth Advisory Board member. Right, Famida, I can see you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Famida Nidhi and I'm a Youth Advisory Board member.
Right, and Zahira?
Everyone, I'm Zahira and I'm part of the Youth Advisory Board.
And we've got Sharon.
Hi all, My name is Sharan, and I'm proud to be one of the Youth Advisory Board member for Newham, and I'm really excited to here today to share information and support you in getting involved in youth-led projects. Thank you.
Great. And Austin, I can see you're here. Austin, are you able to come online and say hi?
Hello, I'm Austin. I'm also on the Youth Advisory Board. I'm glad to see you all.
And the bus in Canning Town is my guest from that background.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey. Mariam, I can see your comment that you can't hear anything. Okay, that was just to me. Okay, I'll message you. Okay, should we carry on with the presentation?
Sure, let me continue on. Okay, so you've just been introduced to the Youth Advisory Board, which is great. We also have the community neighbourhood teams. Here's a quick screenshot of them here right now. They are the key support that you'll be able to reach out to in all the neighbourhoods. Which neighbourhood you apply in, one of these individuals is going to be there to support. We have the core team, which is myself. Hi everyone, I'm Samuel, and we have Anna here. We are the Participatory Democracy Coordinators of the PPP program, and we are here to help manage the whole entire process and support everyone in applying, and we're helping out the community neighbourhood teams as well. And on this call, we've got the lovely Tony and Irina, who are here to be interpreters as well. Okay, we're moving on to housekeeping. We've already explained it, but just to reiterate again, we are going to be recording this session, so it's made available for everyone online afterwards, so they can go back to it if they need any sort of advice or guidance on the whole entire process. If you need any help with during the session, please let us know in the chat. We should be able to come in and help you. And again, we have BSL interpreters for this meeting. Moving on to the next slides, Anna, when do we bring in the Youth Advisory Board? If you can unmute.
Their names are on the slides, so.
Oh, bro. Okay, yeah. I'll continue on then. So what is People Power Places? So we are now in the third cycle of one of the largest participatory budgeting programs in the UK. We first started in 2018. Since then, we have had 3 rounds. And in this round, we are offering £1.6 million of grant funding split between the 8 neighbourhoods for everyone from residents, to those of VCFS organisations, and those who want to do youth-led projects. Everyone can apply for this fund. This money comes from the Neighbourhood Community Infrastructure Levy, and there is supplemental funding as well for those in the Beckton and Royal Docks and Custom House and Canning House team as well of £80,000. You briefly was introduced to Rornac, who helps support that additional fund for that particular neighbourhood. Since we've launched in 2018, there have been over 300 projects that have been successful and ran in Newham, which is fantastic. In the last cycle alone, there was 114 projects completed, and it reached over 54,000 engagements with residents throughout Newham. So hopefully this time round, we want to do bigger, better, and be more successful in achieving great things for Newham. How does it work? So, like I said earlier, it is 1.6
Samuel,
million.
just breathe in between the slides for me.
Oh, sure.
Thank you. That's right, I've caught up. Thank you.
Yeah, apologies. Sorry about that, Tony. Are we all okay?
Yeah, all good. Thank you.
All good. Lovely. So how does it work? 1.6 million divided by 8 neighbourhoods, so each one will get £200,000. Beckton and Royal Docks will receive a supplementary 80,000, as previously explained. The residents throughout Newham would have given an opportunity to choose the local priorities out of each of the neighborhoods, and it's from these priorities where the projects should be able to come from, and from there be able to receive funding. Residents, voluntary, faith and community sector, and young people can apply for funding, organisations from that space. But it will be up to all the residents in Newham that decide how funding is spent through voting for the projects. This will be a big vote event that we're going to be doing in November, so be on the lookout for that as well. We're in a period of having everyone apply. November will be the part which people can vote on it. And this speaks to it a little bit more here. So this is the third cycle between 2025 and 27. So we have already chosen the local priorities for each of the neighborhoods. We're going to be showing that to everyone later on in this presentation, but everyone's had the opportunity to choose. Now is the time to apply. So from mid-July up until the 14th of September, everyone is able to apply for the funding, making sure it's based on the top 3 priorities that were voted for in the specific neighborhood you want to do a project in. In November, everyone gets to vote for the top 10 projects that everyone feels will make a good difference, a positive difference in neighborhoods. And then when that is all voted for, between March 2026 to February 2027, people who had their projects voted for will be able to run their project, get it delivered, and make their mark in their neighborhood. And it'll be at the end of the cycle in March 2027, we will have a celebration for the phenomenal achievements that everyone has made in Newham. All the project leads hopefully will see a far greater success in terms of more projects, more opportunities, and a far greater reach than we have done before.
Samuel, sorry, just going to swap over with Tony now, if that's okay.
Great.
Thank you.
No worries.
Okay, yeah.
Let me know when you're ready to go.
Yeah, happy for you to start.
Brill. Okay. So in this cycle, based on a lot of feedback that we've got and ensuring that we are making this cycle a lot more accessible, a lot more fairer, that we are able to achieve more things, that we have decided a few changes. And one of them is that we have ring-fenced the funding. So out of the funding that's distributed to each of the neighborhoods, 25% of it will be strictly available for resident-led projects, 25% will be available for youth-led projects, and 50% will be available for VCFS-led projects. Anyone that looks to apply as a youth-led project, they will need to deliver this in part with an organisation or school. I'm sure kids can do phenomenal things nowadays, but unfortunately they will need to be backed and supported with their ideas, with their projects by a school or youth club or another type of youth organisation or school. So there's been more changes that we are going to be doing in this cycle. Again, based on feedback, we're going to start planning and launch an alumni network. This will be a space in which everyone that has been involved with the People Power Places program over the years to bring everybody together, just share resources, share capacity, have the space for people to see how they can develop their projects to something bigger, something better, to make sure that they are able to sort of elevate the work that they've done in their project. And it will be an opportunity for those as well to get advice, get support if they want to expand it to something further. Earlier this year, we launched the Youth Advisory Board. The amazing board is actually here on this call tonight, and they're going to be helping us present. What they've done already so far is helped us guide how to do the application process, and obviously helped us support give us advice about how we should support youth-led projects already. So they've already made their mark in this program, and we're hoping to bring them in to help us guide the program even further. They're doing fantastic work, and you'll hear from them shortly. But one key change that we have decided on in the space of fairness is that if there's been any project leads that has applied previously, up to 3 times, they will no longer be able to apply again. So applying for funding. So the applications opened up in mid-July, and they will close on Sunday, the 14th of September at 11 p.m. We have the online application via Plinth, but you can also apply via video, audio, or via written document. You'll need to request that, but you just let us know. In contact with community neighborhood teams, they'll be able to help you there. And of course, if there's any, we will continue to reiterate, if there's any support that you need throughout this process, they are here to help you. We are here to help you as well. Okay, so how to apply. So you would go on to the Newham Co-Create website, which the link is available on here, and I can get my colleague Anna to pop it in the chat if needed as well. That's okay, sorry. So you'll go on to there and where you can sign up online. If you need to do the application form in a specific way, video, audio, or paper, let your community neighborhood team know. They should be able to help you there. Again, before you submit your application with the deadline of 14th of September, it's really important that if you're doing this as a part of a group or you're doing this in collaboration with others, you really need to make sure that whatever has been put onto the application form, everyone is aware of what is being submitted in terms of responses. Everyone knows that everyone's on board about what you're trying to achieve in this project, and everyone's pretty much all okay, all signed up to what you're going to do. One of the few tips that we do offer is the sooner that you are able to submit your application, the more time that there is for you to potentially amend your application. If there's anything you wish to change, there's more time to allow the working groups and council departments that will be scoring your project. They would have more time to get back to you if they need any further information or ask any questions. So you have a space. So make sure you are effectively pretty much as thorough as you can be in completing your form, but also give yourself plenty of time if you need to make any changes. Okay, so yes, how to apply. We have offered a change in this process. So you are able to send over a video or audio recording. There's guidance in the application guidance document, which is available online. It's available on the Newham Co-Create website. It's also available on the Co-Create community neighborhood page as well. You can request it by email as well. But there's guidance of how you can complete the form via that way. There will be some sections that would be difficult to complete via video or audio. We have a separate form to help you complete that if that is the case. If you also need help in terms of transferring the data over to us, we do ask everyone to make sure that they use a free, safe, and secure file transfer function. And one of the recommendations is wetransfer.com, but you can use other methods as well if it's safe, secure, and it helps you. So who can apply? So anyone who lives, works, or learns in the community neighborhood can apply. There is no prior experience or knowledge needed. And we really encourage people who apply for the first time to just give it a go. We are there to support you. This is a great, phenomenal learning opportunity for all of us, but we're all in this together. So we really encourage you, even if you are feeling nervous or you've never done something like this before, if your ideas are great and you've got a phenomenal project idea, just give it a go. We're here to support you if that's the case. You cannot apply, however, if you are part of a People Power Places working group anywhere in Newham, or you are in the Youth Advisory Board. This is because it is the working group and Youth Advisory Board that will be helping us score and evaluate the project. That could be up for voting. So you can't have that relationship there. But yes, the big encouragement that we ask everyone is we really encourage new groups, new ideas for everyone to apply and see how these new fresh ideas can make a difference in Newham. Now that we're on this section, yes, if possible, Anna, are you able to pop in and take over?
Yeah, absolutely.
Real, thank you.
So next slide. Have you done this slide?
No, we haven't.
Ah, right. I thought I was really paying attention there. So why should you apply for funding? So firstly, you will access seed funding. We want to see new ideas where you can experiment, explore, and get that idea that you have had in the back of your mind off the ground. You can make a real difference to your community through these projects. As Samuel said at the beginning, over 54,000 engagements were recorded in the last cycle, which is really incredible. You will develop your knowledge and skills. So we'll have networking events, we'll have some more information workshops for you to help you develop your skills and your experience. And we'll be working with the Youth Advisory Board to help shape that, particularly for the youth-led projects. And you'll also will grow your network. So you will meet lots of other project leads, lots of partner organisations throughout this programme. So you will, grow your network across Newham and beyond to really grow your project and yourself as well. So next slide, please. So as Samuel mentioned earlier, we have been busy setting priorities in each of our 8 neighbourhoods. So here are the priorities. So there's health and well-being, inclusive economy, environment and public spaces, community safety, youth empowerment, and community development and participation. And between the 3rd of June and the last event was the 17th of July, residents have been choosing local priorities. So we had the big launch event on the 3rd of June. It's also been available online, dropping in libraries and community centres, and at the Our Ideas events. Ooh, you've moved me. So across Newham, over 2,900 residents have been choosing their priorities, which is incredible, and 844 residents were at the Our Ideas events where we really got to discuss the different priorities. So next slide, please. Oh, I realise I'm on the wrong page. Right, so this are the priorities that were chosen in every neighbourhood. So please take a picture of this. This is really important. Your projects will have to align to at least one of these priorities. So as you can see across the board, health and well-being is in every neighbourhood, which was similar to the last cycle. So we're not that surprised. But what is a surprise to us is community safety. So community safety is across the board. And then you can see in Beckton Royal Docks, Green Street, East Ham and Stratford, they've got community development and participation. Custom House, Canning Town, Manor Park and Plaistow have youth empowerment. And Forest Gate and Maryland have environment and public spaces as well. So please take a picture, take a screenshot, This is really important because this is what the working groups who score each of the applications will, it's one of the things that they'll be assessing, whether your project meets one of these priority areas. So I'll give you another couple of seconds to note down which is your neighbourhood priorities. Okay. Next slide, please. So there are lots of practical details. We've been covering them as we go, but just to reiterate some of the things. Projects are expected to start by March 2026 and be completed by February 2027. So that's a full year. As I just said, the projects need to address at least one of the 3 priorities. You can only apply for one project. So this includes partner organizations. So if you are looking to deliver a youth-led project as a partner organization, that will be your main project. The project needs to be a new project. It's not a continuation of a previous one, and it is not to support your business as usual. This is to do something new. And your project must be based in your chosen neighbourhood and not borough-wide. So yeah, that is one of the important things to note. I'm just wondering with interpreters, how are you doing? Do you want to switch?
Oh, Tony's on mute. 1 second.
Aha, that's it. Do you want to switch?
Um,
Want to do this next one and then go after?
yeah, I'll finish this slide and then the next slide Tony can take over.
Super.
Yeah.
Cool. So policies and permissions. So if you are wanting to deliver a project in a park, on the streets, in our housing estates, then you will need permission, as well as in libraries or community centres. So please try and get those permissions beforehand. Basically, we can't accept projects that are not feasible or viable. So for example, if your project says, I want to put a swimming pool in Central Park, you will need permission from the parks team for that. They will say no to that idea because that will take longer than 12 months to get all the permissions and the build and everything in place, and it will cost more than £20,000. So those are the types of things that they'll be looking at. However, if you say, I would like to put some benches in Central Park, that might be more achievable, and they would probably want to know where you would like to put these benches in, and they would have to look into whether that's possible or not. Partner organisations will need to provide safeguarding policies, relevant training certificates and DBS checks. We will be asking for this if you are successful through the voting phase and we are able to offer you the grant. And yes, the application guidance that's online details all the information that you need to complete your application. So next slide, please. And I'm just
going to change over interpreters.
Yeah.
Super.
Thank you.
Lovely, thank you.
Great. So when to carry out a consultation? So as I previously mentioned, consultations need to take place. Well, I didn't previously mention this. I said about permissions, but consultations, if your project is to happen in a public space, such as a park or pathway or on a housing estate, you need to provide evidence that the neighbours that it might impact are supportive of your project. We've had a project before where they wanted to put a play street, and whilst it's a really lovely idea, the neighbours directly on that patch of land did not want for it to happen, so that project couldn't go ahead. So we need to know that you have done your due diligence and asked people who might be impacted by your project for whether they are for it or not. And for all projects, this really is an opportunity to promote your project to local residents and gather support. So yeah, we really encourage that. So now I think, next slide please, is over to Samara.
Thank you, Anna. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone's well. And I'd like to start off by saying that from the Youth Advisory Board, we are extremely grateful for those who have joined us today, face to face and online. These next two slides that I'm about to present to you are crucial in terms of applying for your project. So, first up is budgeting. Now, this is key as many do get confused as to how to plan out their spendings, and this slide gives you tips on how to do exactly that. When you're finalizing your project budget, refer to the catalogue of costs and application guidance if you're uncertain about how to budget certain items. Some of these examples are catalogues of costs that are particularly useful for projects in public spaces like parks and pathways. If you get stuck, you can ask your partner organizations to cover staff salaries, and if your organization has a reward and recognition policy, you can offer financial rewards to young people leading the project. Remember, if there's anything else you're unsure about, the web is there, or I like to say, Google's your best friend. Next up, next slide, please. Next up, we have one second. Next up, we have a breakdown of how you will receive the funds. Take a look at this example. Imagine you were granted £10,000 for your project. You would have to go through 3 forms to actually receive the whole amount. Step 1 would be to submit your grant agreement form and other relevant documents, and you would get £5,000, which is 50% of the fund, as it's shown on the slide here. Step 2 would be to submit the first monitoring form, where you get 25% of the money, £2,500. And the third step is to submit the second monitoring form, which is also the same amount as the second step. The last step is to send in the evaluation form, but alongside these forms, you must have all evidence like receipts and invoices of the fund spending. All the forms should be handed in to a community neighborhood team, and that's it from me, and I'll be handing it over to Austin for the next slide. Thank you.
Thank you, Samara. That was excellent. So I hope everyone's having a good day. And I'm going to be presenting this slide. So what do we mean by youth-led? So youth-led means young people, CYP. So it's making critical decisions about the project, especially the project ideas and aims and purpose. So this can involve designing and managing the project, being part of the budgeting decisions, developing activities and monitoring and evaluating, and projects can be led by CYP, or they can be co-designed or co-produced by the CYP alongside adults depending on their age and ability. Each project will need to demonstrate how the CYP have been involved in leadership and making decisions for the funding of the project. Just wanted to say, apologies that I'm out, just come from a photo shoot, but I hope we all enjoy this, and this is a good opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Austin. Hi everyone, good afternoon. Thank you for joining today's session. My name is Sharan, and I'm one of the Youth Advisory Board members for Newham. So today I'm going to talk you through this slide, which is all about who can apply for youth-led projects. First of all, if you're aged 10 to 22, you can apply for funding. And if you're aged 10 to 12 years old, we accept that you co-produce your project. That means you'll work together with adults like staff or volunteers from an organization to plan and deliver it. And if you're aged 13 to 22, we want to see you taking the lead. That means you should be involved in leading the idea, planning, running, and reviewing your project. And you also need to work with a partner organization like a school, youth group, faith group, or a local community organization. And this is really important because they help keep your project safe and supported. And you may have a question like, if I'm choosing partner organization as a school, then what all kind of document they need to provide? So they will be providing safeguarding policies, insurance and risk assessment, disclosure clearance checks for any adults helping with the projects. So basically, they are there to help you lead while making sure everything follows the rules. And finally, what does youth-led actually mean? So it means the project is driven by young people. You make the key decision. Adults are there to support, but the ideas and leadership come from you. Also, your project doesn't have to only benefit young people. As long as it's youth-led, it can help the wider community too as well. So if you got an idea and you're ready to lead, this is a chance to make it happen. And I hope it's clear. So that's what I would like to conclude about my slide, and handing over to my fellow board member, Sena. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharon. Hello, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the presentation so far. Now we're going to test understanding on what your perception of what a youth clinic actually is. So there will be 5 to 6 questions in this quiz, which will state if they're true or false. And at the end, we'll see how well everyone did. Hopefully, everyone has no issues in joining. If you are unable to join, I would encourage those people to display your answers in the chat so that everyone has a chance to participate. To get started, let's scan. You can scan the QR code on the screen or use the code and going onto the menti.com app. And then once you're ready, we will go further with the quiz. I'll give everyone a few minutes to get ready. And I really emphasize to participate so we can get an overall understanding as well as you gaining the knowledge and us gaining some knowledge of what you think a youth clinic actually is.
Are we ready to swap? I can share. I can see there are 7 people there already.
Great. Okay, answer quickly to get more points. Number 1, you could book in time with your community neighborhood team to get one-to-one support. Is this true or false? Seven people have to vote. Okay, 8 votes in. Yes, the answer is true. You can get one-to-one support whenever you need from your community neighborhood team. Question number 2. There's 10 players. Young people can apply for funding on their own. The key word is own. True or false? Eight votes in, 1 more vote. Okay. The answer is false. You need a partner or organization to support you in your youth-led project. Well done. Oh, the leaderboard. Oh, I can see Jay is first, and then it's Dr. Centipede. I love these names. And then it's, sorry. So this is Jay, then it's Emily, who's also the fastest. Then it's Sam, Dr. Centipede, C, Cake, Ted, Issy in 9th place, and Boti in 10th. Well done. Okay. So question number 4. You have to be over 18 to take part in a youth-led project.
Sorry.
Sorry, everyone. I'm just going to swap over with Tony, if that's okay, just for the interpreters.
You have to be over 18 to take part in a youth-led project. Is this true or false? One more second. Oh, people got this one wrong. It's false. You have to be ages from 10 to 22. You don't have to be over 18. Last question, second to last question. Answer quickly to get more points. Youth-led projects let young people plan events, campaigns, or workshops. Is this true or false? You guys are fast. Oh my God. One more second. Yes, it's true. They do allow people to develop leadership skills when designing their project. Next question. Last question. Answer quickly to get more points. Youth-led projects help young people feel heard, respected, and included. Is this true or false? Yes, it's absolutely true. They make young people feel heard and respected in all ways. The final leaderboard, let's see. Okay. So first off, we have Jay, and then we have Sam, then Dr. Centipede, and then C, and then Ted, and then Issy, and then Emily, and Cake, and then Boti. Well done, Jay, with 4,815 points. Well done. Okay, thank you for getting involved in this quiz. I hope you enjoyed it. Now I hand it over to the next speaker.
Hi everyone, I hope you enjoyed the true or false. So I'm going to read you a scenario and you guys decide if it is a youth-led project or not. So to show your views, you can use the reactions option. If you think it is a youth-led project, use the tick emoji, and if not, use the cross. 5 young people in a youth club have decided to deliver recording workshops for podcasts and music. They work with their youth leader to write the application form. They are successful in receiving the funds, and young people research the equipment which youth leaders purchase on their behalf and keep it at the youth centre. Young people plan and deliver events to promote the workshops in their community and to promote their weekly podcast. Young people count the number of people who attend and gain feedback from attendees to evidence the impact of the workshops. So what do you guys think? Okay, I'm seeing a few yeses. So if you said yes, then you're correct. It is a youth-led project as the idea has been proposed by young people who also plan and deliver the project in partnership with the youth club. Well done to those of you who said yes. Now I'll be handing over to Zara.
Hi everyone. I'm also going to read another scenario of, is this a youth-led project? Again, if you think it is a youth-led project, put the tick icon on your react sign. If it's not a youth-led project, put the cross sign on your react icon. So the scenario is, workers in an organization apply to People Power Places to fund a mural and are successful in gaining funding. Young people are involved in a design of the mural and are invited to the unveiling. So what do you think? So I'm seeing a few crosses. So whoever put cross, the answer's right. It's because it's not a youth-led project, as young people have not led the project but have supported the adults throughout it. I'm now going to pass on to Femida for the next slide.
Hi everyone. Thank you so much for listening to the presentation so far. I hope you've enjoyed it. And now I'll be talking about applying for funding. And these are our advice and tips that we'd like to give you. So first and foremost, in terms of these aspects and areas, make sure it aligns with SMART goals. And what does that mean? Is it specific? Is it measurable? Is it achievable? Is it relevant and time bound? When thinking about writing your application, ensure that it has clear project aims and focuses, a catchy project title that is clear, and write or record your points clearly. So think about breaking down the application form into manageable chunks. You can always review and come back for later. In terms of your research, thinking about budgeting, what are your variable or fixed costs? Google how much things are, see if anyone else has done this before and ask for help. In terms of the impact, as you know, that residents will decide how the funding is spent through voting for projects. So what change are you really trying to make? What social impact is it that you want to create? Who will it benefit? The residents, the young people, the community, and how will you know? Do you have a framework to measure success? In terms of developing your idea, work with someone you trust. Ask a friend or family member to read over your application and get advice from others who have written the application before. It will allow you to think about different viewpoints, outline your ideas, and in general, just improve it. And last but not least, believe in yourself. You've come this far and you're doing really well. So just have hope that everything will go well. Thank you for listening to me, and I'll pass it on to my peer.
Oh, thank you. I think I'm the next person. So we wanted to share an example. So this is a real example. This I pulled out from the application of a youth-led project in the last cycle. It was called Young Entrepreneurs Book Club. It was in East Ham. And whilst the bits are longer, I just wanted to point out like how to the point this was. So the first question we ask, well, one of the many questions we ask is, what is the name of your project? And it's Young Entrepreneurs Book Club. It just says what it is. It's really clear. People know what they're voting for. So our first piece of advice is really have a clear project name. So when people are voting for your projects, they really know what they're voting for. In the project summary, it was really clear for the working group members, for the community neighbourhood teams, what it was about. So the Young Entrepreneurs Book Club is a visionary project aimed at empowering the ambitious youth of Newham aged 15 to 25. So we know it's a book club, it's for young people. Our core mission is to educate, inspire and foster a sense of community among future leaders. So it's really clear about its aspirations as well. And then another part of the application I wanted to pull out is the project costs. So it's really clear and straightforward. They wanted to reach 20 people a session. They worked out the average price of a book, how many times they were going to meet, and how many people kind of come to each session. And so they've got their figure there. And then they also thought about food. So $9.99 per pizza. He did his research. 8 pizzas a month. So he knew how many pizzas were going to feed 20 people, and again over 12 months. So it is really simple to break it down and show us how you're planning on spending the funding. So I just wanted to, we wanted to share that example with you. So next slide, please. So I believe this is over to you, Samuel.
Yeah, great. Okay, bear with me one moment. I'm just going to now show the application form that's online. Bear with me. Okay, can everyone see a application form screen in front of them? Just want to make sure, just give a quick shout out. Great. Are we okay, BSL interpreters?
Okay, Arena.
Yeah, I'm happy to just go to 6 o'clock, so 5 more minutes, and then take over. Thank you.
Okay, so yes, this is the online application form that is available on Newham Co-Create. You're on the right space where you see something like this. The process is first, the immediate first question that you would complete is what type of applicant you are. And for everyone here, it would be a youth-led application. And this is where you would provide all the basic details about the name of the youth-led group, who are the members of this group, those who are getting involved, the age ranges of the members, and to also list all any teachers, any staff, any of the organizers of the school or the organization that's going to help the young people help the young people run the project. We will need to have the information of the school and organization as well, and that includes what type of organization they are, whether they are a charity, a CIC, a school, or anything else that is registered with the applicable bodies here in the UK. And you'll need to provide that information as well. For every application, if there is any member of the group or of the lead project, the project lead themselves, if there is any sort of relation in terms of a relationship with a Newham Council employee or elected member, or is related to anybody else that's another applicant of the program, or is related to the working group, or it has a relationship with one of our amazing youth-led youth advisory board members, you will need to declare that as a conflict of interest and provide the information in there as well. There's further guidance on what that means in the application guidance document, but this is where you would provide it. And here will be just contact information of the project lead. So we have a main point of contact to communicate with the applicable contact information, social media accounts. We would encourage everyone, if there's a youth-led application, it will be maybe the social media accounts from the school or the organization. Possibly share the younger people's social media, but we need to make sure for safety that it's the main organization or school. And that will allow us to obviously share that around through and in terms of tagging and stuff with our main Newham account as well. And if you have any special communication requirements, please let us know. So just basic contact information and information about the group here. The next section is going to ask us about where you're going to be applying for the project. So which one of the eight neighborhoods, which is listed here, and specific information where that project will take place, if it's going to be a street, somewhere in a venue, or in any region of that neighborhood. Just let us know to provide us information here. We mentioned it earlier in the presentation, but if you think you may need permissions or need to know who owns the land or premises, if you're going to do a project in a public space, let us know here. If you need help finding out, please let us know as well, but you'll need to provide that information here. But then the next part, the Youth Advisory Board touched on it earlier, and I think they did it far more succinctly than I could. But yep, it'll be here where you provide the name of the proposed project, describing the project, what its purpose is, how it will benefit the community, why is it that you're going to be applying for funding here, who the project is for, and how many people you want to benefit from this project, and who you think will, how many people will take part in your project. You provide all that detailed information here. And also here, we would ask everyone to provide evidence via consultation if your project is needed and supported by the people in your chosen neighborhood. That's the part where you would need to have a consultation if you're going to do it in a public space, like a path or a park, or in a library, or in a housing estate, for instance. But you can also provide a consultation if you want to show evidence that you've reached out to your community and they've given you positive feedback whether your project is a good idea, and you've got their support in delivering that. Interpreters, did we want to switch over?
Super, perfect, thank you.
Yeah. Just let me know.
Perfect, ready.
Ready? Great. So yeah, the next stage is the essential criteria. This is the key information that you need to provide to support your overall project. This is information that the Community Neighbourhood Infrastructure Levy will be asking for, making sure that you meet one of the local priorities as well, and you fulfill part of the corporate plan. But what this means is, yes, if your project addresses at least one of the 3 voted local priorities in the neighborhood, you need to show how your project addresses that. So you put that information here. In the next section, the Neighborhood Community Infrastructure Levy and the corporate plan. These are things that has been established by the Newham Council in terms of overall infrastructure and in terms of overall sort of local policy to help people basically have a better life in Newham. But there are key things that are really important that you need to confirm. So when it comes to the Neighbourhood Community Infrastructure Levy, you'll need to show how your project contributes to the development or improvement or anything positive towards community facilities, towards public spaces, towards public infrastructure, or the health and well-being for residents. There's a little more guidance available in the application guidance document to explain that a little bit further. But as much as you are looking to improve, hit one of the priorities of the community neighborhood, you also want to make sure that you're making a positive impact on these types of infrastructure factors as well. But what you also need to do is describe the positive impact from these and also explain how your project will help the local area grow and make it a better place to live. So that's the key essential criteria. And there's further information on these links here, but you can use the application guidance document as well. So the next section is the budget we explained earlier, but we would need you to provide a budget for how much you're looking to apply, what those costs are going to look like in terms of project and maintenance cost. You need to provide as much detail as you humanly possibly can, and also provide a timeline in which you're going to be using your money, use your funding, how much and when and what it's going to be for. The form here is what you download and complete that information with. It's really vitally important that you provide as much detail as you humanly possibly can. We're also here to help you if you need any help with that. And then you provide the total amount that you're looking to apply for. But the next part would be if you have received any funding for the project you're looking to do now. If you have, or you're looking to potentially get some funding elsewhere, let us know. And also let us know if you have applied for any funding from Newham Council in the past 5 years. And that is not only from the Newham Council, but from this program as well, which was previously called Community Assemblies. But this is the key thing here as well. When you're confirming this, that your project is value for money, you are basically doing everything you can to make how much you're applying for, you're doing everything you can to make it work. So you found all the ways to make it as cost effective. You're utilizing as many opportunities for you to use low cost items and things to help you deliver your project. But you're also making sure that you're accounting for any unforeseen costs or circumstances, and you're making the most of of the money that you hopefully will deliver, will apply for. Project delivery. In this section, you're basically going to tell us who is going to be helping you deliver the project. You've already named the previous members of the group in the applicant section, but this part will be if you intend to hire a third party to help deliver your project or a bit of it, if you're going to bring in volunteers to help you run this, but you may also want to have additional residents or young people that get involved externally from the core group. This is where you need to provide as much information of who's going to be involved in the process. If you do have a third party help deliver the project, you'll need to provide a formal statement that they agree to do it and how much they are looking to charge or be funded if that is the case. So you provide that here. One of the key things here, which is really important, is this: if you're a youth-led project, you need to show that how each of the members are going to be contributing to the delivery of the project. It's really important, no matter what age, that they are involved and take part and lead as much as they humanly possibly can. And this is where you show evidence that they are really, they're the leaders really in your project. And this is where you show proof. One of the key things as well is sustainability. So more often than not, we do see really good things in terms of project ended up expanding, ended up growing little wings for themselves and end up becoming a little bit more than they initially sometimes turn out to be. Some projects do start in the time frame and they finish, and that's great. Some of them do maybe plan to continue on afterwards. So if you do wish to sort of expand your project further after February 2027, or you think it could grow into something else, something different, something bigger or better, please let us know here in this section. But if you also intend to just do a project, which is great, fantastic, in between March 2026, February 2027, that's all fine. Just let us know here as well. The next section will be any sort of risk factors that will be that could affect the delivery of your project. Any factors that would affect the costs that may increase unforeseen, or there's instances where you may think your project won't be delivered on time or within the timescales that you thought of, or there's other risk factors in terms of safety for everyone that takes part. You will need to provide that information here. Again, there is further guidance about what this means in the application guidance document if you need a little support in completing this section. So the project evaluation is a space in which you are measuring how you're measuring by quantifying your success in terms of, we launched this project and we reached hundreds of people, and that is great, fantastic. But you also need to describe what that change and what that success looks like. So if you were running a project that did skills for young people, you can say, fantastic, this project aims to reach 300 young people to develop their skills. And out of that, 100 of these kids were able to use these skills in terms of getting further employment, completing secondary school, helping them gain qualifications, maybe helping them boost their overall confidence. It's a qualitative as well as quantitative sort of outcomes that we're looking to see in the changes of your project, the benefits of your project, the overall outcomes. Again, there's further guidance about how you can complete that on the online guidance document. This last section here, before you submit your application, is a request to provide a 200-word brief descriptor about what your project is all about. This little descriptor will be the text that's provided on the NUM Co-Create website, where we will promote all the shortlisted projects in all the neighborhoods. So this is an opportunity to support you in promoting and sharing your project to all of the neighborhoods. This is your opportunity, though, to make it really punchy, make it really appealing, make it unique, and hopefully, as people look through all the projects that they can vote on, they hopefully will vote on yours. So it's really important you provide a really good, succinct, but appealing project description here. And you'll be given instructions where to provide it on the Newham Co-Create website. And the last section will be a declaration. You just simply sign. Before you sign this, we will need to make sure that everyone involved is happy with what's been provided on the application form. But you also sign this to make sure that you have provided the most accurate of knowledge, you're accepting of the rules and regulations around this fund, and if there's been any, and you're aware that if there's any deliberate false information, this could result potentially in legal action and potential withdrawal of funds that may be rewarded. But here we will just ask for the signature for the youth-led member lead, the school organisation lead, and making sure that there's a confirmation that young people and children involved in the group have contributed to this application and they've done their part to make it fantastic and make it great. So yeah, once you have done all of that, I would really encourage absolutely everyone to just make sure, double check, triple check that you've answered as many questions in this application as much as you humanly possibly can, and you are all 100% happy. You click submit and your application is done. If by chance, because it will potentially happen, you see that there's a slight error or you want to make any changes to your application, you will need to make a request to the community neighborhood teams, but you only have up until the 14th of September to do so. So if you see any issues, if you see any errors, let us know as soon as you possibly can. They can request the amendment, but you unfortunately would not be able to make the amendment yourself. And yes, you must get it done, must let us know as soon as you can before the deadline. I'm going to stop sharing my screen now and go back on to the slides. Well, actually, now it's the next time is for Q&A. So we open up the floor to everyone
Samuel,
here.
can I just
Oh, sure.
should we just do a quick show of how to upload the project onto Newham Co-Create?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. We will stop talking soon, promise. Okay, so this is, let me go to the home. This is what Newham Co-Create looks like. If you're not familiar with it, you can either click here for People Powered Places or the purple button here. You can see lots of information here about the program. This is where you would choose the neighbourhood that you want to deliver your project in. So say I live in Beckton and Royal Docks and I want to deliver my project there. I can scroll down. There aren't any projects here yet. There are in a few other neighbourhoods, but you would click on this button here, add a project. And then I can put in my name. I'm a Casimir. Oh no, I'm People Power Places on here. My project is called Healthy Cooking for Older People. And then I would put in my description, I want to run this project because it will benefit the community, etc. We really encourage you to add a picture. This will really help your project to stand out. Please put in a location. So I will just put in Dockside to QU. This will help create the map function. So it'll be another way for residents to see how to vote for projects. And so I've submitted it view my project. You can see it all here. If you wanted to edit it at any point, you can click the 3 buttons and edit. And if I just go back, you will see that my idea is here. And so when it comes to voting, this is how people will vote online, which is why it's so important. So yeah, that's just a quick whistle-stop tour.
And now we're just going to do swap over for interpreters.
Oh.
Thank you. Okay. Play.
Oh, hold on. Cool. So the floor is now yours. Are there any questions? Feel free to put your hands up or write in the chat, whatever. This is your time now.
I can't write in the chat. It just says it's not allowing me.
Oh,
So,
sorry to that.
but I just wanted to ask. I'm part of the Central Integrated Leadership Team. Do I have to put that I'm part of that?
That you work for Newham Council?
I don't work for Newham Council, no, but I'm a parent part of the Central Integrated Leadership Team.
I don't know what that is. Sorry.
Okay, so every now and again, a lot of the councils get together and they discuss what events are up and coming and what events may be beneficial to the local area or what's coming, what you feel like should be coming to part of the local area. So it's kind of just there's like teachers there, there's youth leaders there, there's a lot of people like HESDR and stuff like that go there, but they just talk about specifically about what's going on in the local area and how we can help out in the local area and what's beneficial to the local area.
I don't think so. I don't know. Samuel, do you have another point of view? But I don't think that's a conflict of interest.
The only thing I can see would be if any of those anybody specifically in that space that has a sort of tangible sort of form of relationship with somebody with the People Power Places program. I'm not quite sure about that one either. I guess maybe to be on the safe side, just to, if you're able to send us some follow-up information, maybe a little bit, maybe after this in your application, we can just maybe possibly find out. But basically what it is once we know, it will just be a matter of you declaring there's a potential conflict of interest. There may or may not be. So just, yeah, I think it'll be just a quick follow-up email just to confirm, and we should be able to let you know.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I was just thinking, actually, if there are other organisations that you're working with as part of the, sorry, I've forgotten what you've called it already, who are also applying for People Power Places, that would be the conflict of interest. So I think it is just letting us know, and then we can unpick it from there.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I've spotlighted the wrong interpreter. Should we stop spotlighting actually, so we can see everyone? People want to put their cameras on. Are there any other questions?
Anna, maybe we should ask, not if there are any concerns that anyone has about the process. You've all heard a lot of information and it probably feels and sounds a bit overwhelming, and it's not meant to be. It's just that it's really important for us to give you all of the relevant information. So if there's anyone who has any concerns about the process, you can either speak now or, as has been said, your neighborhood officer, your senior officer in your community neighborhood area, you can always book an appointment and go and see them. We're all hosting support clinics locally. So if you don't want to speak on this forum, you can make an appointment and see your senior officer in person.
Thanks, Connect. We'll be sharing the contact details at the end as well. Or Samuel, do you want to pop it in the chat?
Yeah.
Maybe we've just given you all the information you could possibly need. But I don't think that's true. Feel free to ask any questions. This is your time.
Or you can mark them in the chat.
Yeah. If anyone also might need us to go through the online form again as well, we can happily do that, go through another section of it if you need. We've got P here. Are you there to answer, say your question?
Yes, I've seen. I was just asking for the link to the application form, which has been sent. So
it's in the chat.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you hear me? Sorry, I'm not sure.
Yeah, here.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. What's your question?
Hi. I'm a mum, kind of just dialing in on behalf of my daughter, and I was wondering if we live in Newham, but she doesn't go to school in Newham. What does kind of do you need to kind of prove like local links in that sense? I was just wondering what that would do for, like, how that would affect her application.
Sure. So I guess the key thing there would be if she lives in Newham, that's great. That's fine. If she's in a school outside of Newham, that's unfortunately, it will also kind of depend on the project itself. So if your daughter's looking to do a project, it still will need to be within Newham. So I can imagine if she's in a school outside of Newham and she wants to do a project with that school, unfortunately, that won't be possible because it's not in one of the 8 neighborhoods of Newham.
Okay, because the project would be more related to our local garden, so it would be in Newham, but it's just I guess a lot of her friends and her community is actually in Southeast London. So for her, she was just thinking, oh, I don't know, but yes, I just thought I'd ask what that
That's
means.
absolutely, yeah. So if there's a local garden in Newham, that's fantastic. That's great. It will just mean that there's a space in which she can reach out and maybe hopefully work with an organization or school in that area that she can do the project with. And whilst her friends and family are outside of Newham, as the key thing would be, this is a part of like the consultation process almost, is that you build your network, you get in touch with the local community, you reach out to your neighbors and things and tell them about this idea. And it may seem quite daunting and scary, but hopefully when she is looking to do this project, she's got people with her and other young people with her to come together and make this idea happen. So yeah, I think that'd be the key thing.
And is that element kind of worth putting in the application, or would it weaken it slightly? Is it kind of worth saying actually some of the support needed would actually be kind of I mean, I do a lot of work in UM anyway as well, so I'll obviously help her out. But I was just wondering if it's worth kind of putting that in terms of this is also kind of part of kind of developing like local connections or whatever, or I guess is it not worth mentioning?
What do you mean, sorry?
So I was wondering if it's worth adding that bit to the application in terms of your local connections to Newham. Is that important to highlight?
It's not the essential criteria, like you must provide this, but it will help to supplement your project because effectively you're showing in this project that it's actually supported by it's not just a really great idea that your daughter has, actually is supported and sort of people are actually quite excited for it. So it just helps to supplement the overall application that there's going to be people involved, people are going to be benefiting from it, people are excited for it, people may potentially vote for it, just all those sort of components.
Okay, thank you.
No worries. Ronak, hi there.
Hiya. So it just kind of relates to what Mysterious P just asked. Yeah, and I just think it's worth. Well, I guess the question is just for the benefit of everyone. So say just like P's daughter, she's leading this garden. Is there a role for the neighbourhoods team to connect the young people to an organisation? Can they help with that? Because she will need I assume she'll need an organisation to work with. So can the neighbourhoods team do that? I think because a lot of them are really well connected.
Yeah, I think the neighbourhood teams can do that, but we would encourage young people that are looking to lead projects to try and build those connections themselves as well. I think it's a two-way street.
Right, yeah. And I guess libraries are good places to do that anyway. It's a good place to connect with new people and different types of groups.
Yeah, I think just to be clear though, libraries can't be a partner organisation. I don't want that to be a message out there, but our neighbourhood teams are based in the libraries, which is why we talk about libraries being a great place to connect. So yeah.
Great. Sorry, I just meant in terms of like networking and meeting new people.
Yeah, absolutely. I've just got a message in the chat from Priscilla. Who can we contact again if we're experiencing any difficulty completing the form? So we would encourage you to contact your local neighbourhood team, and Samuel's put the link to all the contact details in the chat, but we'll also share it on the slides at the end.
I think it might be helpful, Anna, to just on that question around local networking, we do have information and connections with other community stakeholders, but the purpose of this, I think, is for the young people to be a bit independent and reach out. We can certainly perhaps signpost you to potential partners, but we couldn't vouch and broker any kind of relationship with them. That would be the responsibility of the young person or the group. Does that help at all?
Yeah, thank you.
That question. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's very useful. I think it's I think that is helpful because I think sorry, I'm just thinking out loud here because I know there's a lot of adults that are supporting this kind of the ideas that she kind of has as well, but because it's also got to be youth led, and I guess thinking about how to then engage kind of more people locally, it's probably just something else I think about. But I guess it's also a good shout kind of as she's doing summer clubs and stuff like that, which she's doing locally as well, like seeing if we can kind of involve other groups too. So
The cool thing is here is that it's Lucy, she's the person leading it. She's a young person and she's leading. And she's already connected. And that's brilliant. And that's exactly what should be happening. That's the correct way. The young person is leading and working in partnership. Yeah. So I think that what she's doing is fine. Does that answer your question? Hello?
Yeah, no, it does. It does answer my question.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Gonna swap over interpreters. Thank you.
Any other questions?
So think of all the questions when you close the meeting. That's what will happen. As soon as the meeting's closed, and somebody will say, "Oh, I should have asked that." But you can always reach out to your senior officers if that does happen.
Absolutely.
Till how long do we how long do we have to get the forms done? I'm not doing a youth-led program. I just wanted to get some understanding how these programs work. But I just wanted to know how long it takes for us to put in the actual forms and stuff, the applications?
The deadline is Sunday, the 14th of September. So you can apply, you can submit any time before then.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And is there other forums to get help to fill out the forms, or?
Yeah, as we've kind of explained in the presentation in this session tonight, we have the community neighborhood teams that can help you sort of complete the application form if you need it. Online, there is the application guidance document that we ask people to refer to help you answer the application. But yes, the community neighborhood teams are there to help. Their contact details I put into the chat, but they're also available online on the application guidance document, and we'll make sure to record this session and have this also available so people can see a video recording of how this fund all goes.
I think we need to be clear that the officers are here to support. They won't write the application for you. Support being the operative word. You have to have your idea. You have to have a good idea about what you're doing. It's your idea. It's your project. You know how you want it to be executed, but we will certainly support you. You know, if there are any questions that are not clear, or if you want to talk through your idea perhaps a bit with someone, then perhaps we can do that.
Is that okay, Shannon?
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you very much.
Hello, good evening. I have a question, if that's okay.
Go for it.
Hi. So I'm actually a resident in Newham, and I'm a leader of a group of children from a faith group. And I'm actually just joining because I will share the word to them, because many of them haven't been able to join. But I just wanted to ask a question which might be of their benefit. And it's with regards to like how the money could be spent. So I'm thinking, for example, in case somebody has a skill, like they can play the guitar or something, and they decided that during the summer holidays of 2026, they wanted to engage young people and teach them a new skill, like a musical skill or something like that. So I guess my question is just like, is it possible for us to be able to allocate money for to individuals and say, okay, so we want you to carry out this service for this group of people over this period of time? Or would it be like you need it to be invoices, like, you know, we've bought these number of pizzas from Domino's and this is the receipt. So I just wanted to get a bit more of an understanding on how the payments can be allocated once to any of the winners of the project.
So just to get a little bit of clarification here,
Yeah.
you're a resident that supports a young youth group of a small organization. Is that correct? Yeah.
Yeah. To be specific, it's so I'm actually a Sunday school teacher of a church in the borough and in Custom House. So I just wanted to know more about it in case any of the young people were interested in running something and they came to me with different ideas. I just wanted to be able to sort of filter their ideas before it even came to you so that I could sort of give them helpful feedback.
Okay. So the key thing there really is making sure that, one, this is a project that is having young people as involved in the process as possible, that the services that you're providing in this idea, that they are a massive part of it, and wherever this idea shapes up to be, it fulfills at least one of the priorities that has been voted for in your neighborhood. So you mentioned about providing sort of guitar lessons, is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, this is just like a random example.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what ideas the children will come up with, but I'm just thinking, say, okay, you wanted to do like a talent show and you wanted to engage children over the period of the 6 weeks holidays, instead of them like being bored at home or like joining gangs, but you wanted them to like come and get involved in a talent show. And so every week they had to come and share and, you know, practice their talents. But then in order to do that, you had to like pay them £50 a week or £10 a week. And you wanted to do this for like 100 people. So is this a good use of the, like, could you use the money in this way? Could you pay people, or does it have to be paid to an organization?
So there is some rules around how you can pay people and expense people, and we're asking organizations to maybe have their own sort of reward and recognitions type of policy.
Okay.
We will need to know a little bit more further detail, but the project can't be simply that you offer this, but then you're giving everybody a salary. That's not what 100% was necessarily about. But the key thing from all of this is if these young people have got like a really good idea, that's great, as long as it fulfills one of the priorities. So they've got to make that really kind of happen first. And then the budget could be pretty much set on what you think what it could incur in terms of costs thereafter.
Could I
Okay.
just jump in? Can I just jump in on this? So just say that we will pay you as the partner organization directly. I'm not sure if you were here for the whole presentation, but you'll get the first 50% upfront, and then you'll get paid the next 25% and the next 25% following monitoring and evaluation forms. In your budget breakdown, you will need to, or the young people, you and the young people will need to map out how you're intending to spend your funding. So it could be, you know, like you want to run a 6-week project, it's £50 per day for room hire. So, oh, I've dug myself into a hole because I can't do mental arithmetic, but £300 for room hire. You want to be able to pay your young people. So you might have a reward and recognition scheme. So you will pay young people £50 a day for delivering that, and you have 10 young people that you're planning to pay over 10 sessions. Ooh, you can see my maths cog's turning, but you would then put, what did I say? £50 times 10 times 10. Someone do that maths for me.
Yeah,
But
but aside from the maths, like I
yeah,
understand the point, and that's exactly where I'm getting to. So I want to find
yeah.
out whether it is acceptable to use the money in this way, because I understand that for many of these young people, they are happy to engage in something productive, but even if it's like a small fee of like a £20 a week or something, this could get them really active doing something that they never thought they would do before. And really get them thinking when they know that there's some you know pound signs by it. So I was just interested to know to what extent it would be acceptable to sort of incentivize the young people in this way.
We really encourage that. Like we give our young people on the Youth Advisory Board a reward and recognition as well, which is in line with London Living Wage. So, you know, we are really for like paying people for their time and talent. Just map it out on the budget form, because when we look at your monitoring form and all your spreadsheet, all your receipts and everything, that's what we'll be mapping it against. So we'll be saying, oh, you said you would be spending like X amount on room hire, but you're actually like spending 3 times the amount. What's going on there? So yeah, just map it out for us. But yeah, you can do that.
I think
Okay, brilliant. Thank you.
The critical thing that you have to bear in mind is that you have to look at the priorities for your area. So, for example, if it was going to be a music workshop across the 6-week period, what theme do you think that might sit neatly under? It might, for example, sit under health and well-being, because you know all the benefits of it would improve people's mental health or their well-being. So I think that's really important as well. Look at the theme for your neighborhood, the 3 themes for your neighborhood, and align your project plan to those themes. Pick out some critical elements that you could illustrate in your project. And as my colleagues have already said, I definitely agree with you that people need to be, I don't necessarily like the word incentivize, but we need to respect people's time and talent. So if you have young people who are talented and they're giving up their time to do something for the benefit of the project, then they should be rewarded.
Thank you very much. I'll note the theme of the particular neighbourhood. Thanks.
Yeah, I think customer housing coming to, I was looking at this earlier. I think you're definitely health and wellbeing, community safety, and youth empowerment. So your idea that I think you just plucked up the air would fit in well with those priorities already.
Okay, great. That was random. So amazing.
Yeah. Thank you. I've got a message in the chat from AC saying, can you tell me how project management can be charged in the project? So we've given a guideline to how much project management that partner organizations can charge. Samuel, I cannot remember off the top of my head. Can you? I think it's around 150 to 200. These are guidelines. We just want to make sure that there is value for money. We found in the last cycle, people were either not paying themselves anything when they were definitely entitled to, or like really overcharging for something, and there was a huge disparity. And so we want to bring this in line and encourage people to pay themselves. You are putting your time and your effort to this, but also like to make it value for money and realistic. But yeah, I would say just check the guidance notes for what we've put in. Sorry, I can't remember it off the top of my head. Don't know if you've got it, Samuel.
I don't have it right now, but we all know as well that each application will have it'll be a case by case basis. Your costs aren't going to be universal. So if you do have any sort of concerns or any issues with your overall budget and what you're going to be costing for, just give us a shout, give the community neighborhood team a shout as well, and we should be able to help assist and give a little bit further detail.
Any other questions? Zilla. Sorry, I think I've changed like how the chat function works. Yes, go for it. Got the hand up button.
Hi, Anna. Annie, just to be clear on your response to Yasmin's question regarding rewarding the youth who will be helping to lead the project. So when we're doing the form, because you said to map out how we're going to use it. So for the reward, do we need to include and say, like, for example, for my like music lesson that'll be taking place, I'll be paying the youth like £20 for use, like for £20 each for each youth that is going to be helping lead the project. Is that what we meant to do on the form?
Yeah, we would want to see that. So you would map out like we are planning to engage 10 young people for 10 hours. That's 100 hours, £20 per hour, say. So that's £2,000 for your budget.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Anna, do you think we should make it clear in that it's not necessarily about paying the youth to be in the project just because they participate, then they get paid? Because I'm not sure if that conveys.
Right, thank you.
I for me, I do understand it's more like a reward, like
it's more
encouraging them.
I'll give you an example. You want to do a youth project around health and well-being, and you want to do a girls' football club, for example, and you have a coach, perhaps you have a trainer, and that is a professional person that's going to support your youth project. and that person comes at a cost, then you would allocate some of your resources to that facilitator and trainer. I think that we have to be clear. We don't want to give the wrong message. It's not about the young people, you're saying to the young people, be involved in this project and you'll get £20, because it depends on what they're going to do. They have to do, they have to play a role, take a leadership role, take some responsibility, deliver something. So I think it's not just about, oh, just gather them up and say, okay, you're going to do this activity, whether someone gives you £20. I think that we need to be clear about what it is that we're asking the young people to do. I think I'll stand corrected by Anna or Sam.
Yes. So I think that's a really important point. It's the youth-led projects. So the young people that are part of leading the project, that's who we are talking about when it's about reward and recognition, providing some financial rewards to young people who are shaping the projects, they're writing the application, they are delivering, they might be, helping with your monitoring and evaluation. So it's the young people who are really involved in the delivery and the leadership of the project, not just young people who are coming along to the sessions. I mean, that might be something that you want to do as an incentive, but you would need to just map that out in your budget.
Anna, sorry,
Ooh.
I'm just gonna take over
Yeah.
with Tony when she's finished. Thank you.
Thank you.
I think
Yeah, Cass, go for it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I think you mentioned it anyway about an incentive. So for the people that are attending the project, if it would be okay for them to maybe get a voucher and certificate at the end to say, yes, we attended this project and we went through it to the end or something like that. But I think you kind of already.
Yeah, if that's something that you've costed into your project and you've budgeted for, that is totally fine.
I think the key thing from all of this is that you want to not make this opportunity for young people so transactional, because we really, like I said, we want them to lead, we want them to engage. It's their ideas, it is their opportunity to make a difference in their local community. So just that those principles, those mindsets, and is what's really vital, I guess, in applying. So I think we are, if there's no more questions, I think we will be coming to a close very shortly. Anna has kindly put a feedback form in the chat. It would be really great for those who are here tonight if you can complete this feedback form for us, because we want as much feedback as we humanly can get as possible, so we can always continue to grow and improve clinics like this and events and workshops like this. So please, if you can follow the link and share us your insights. Any honest critique, please bring it, because we want to make sure we continue to do this great. But we're going to give one more round to see if anybody has any last minute questions. Going once, going twice, done. Brilliant, lovely. So yes.
Sorry, Samuel, do you mind just sharing the last slide with the
I'll show the last slide, and I'll also explain
with the contact
just so
details?
we can have that in front of us. But yes, here we go. So we've got the QR code here to give us feedback, and I'm going to go on to the very last slide, which now has the community neighborhood contact details. Let us know in your application which neighborhood you want to apply for. These are, and you can use these contact details to reach out to the teams. But again, thank you so much, everyone, for attending tonight. Thank you so much for those who are unable to make it by watching this recording. Thank you for watching this. We're here to support. We're really excited, really looking forward to see what great projects are going to come from young people in Newham. We're here to support you. We wish you the absolute best with your ideas, with your projects. And yeah, thank you so much for your time tonight. And yeah, have a lovely evening.
Great, thank you. Any Youth Advisory Board members, please just stay on. I'm going to stop the recording.